Hey, thanks so much for finding the video. Do us a favor. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Be sure to leave your comment. We love to interact. Enjoy the video. By now, you probably know, late Monday, first reported by Sonny Ship at Go 24/7 that freshman tight end Arik Gilbert planning to enter the transfer portal. That was the initial report, citing homesickness. Gilbert was missing his home in Georgia and was considering entering the transfer portal. Today, Tuesday, Ed Ogeron on Off the Bench with Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert, his normal Tuesday spot. The guys opened up the interview by asking Ed Ogeron for an update on Arik Gilbert, and here's what Coach O said.
Yeah, Eric came talk to me yesterday, and is thinking about opting out for the season. He said his body is hurting and he has to get better. His mother's in town speaking with him right now. I don't know if he officially announced it yet, but that's where we're at. That's what he discussed with me yesterday.
Okay, so to be clear, to recap, what we've seen, reports that Gilbert is homesick and is going to enter the transfer portal. Then Ed Ogeron says, actually, Gilbert, his body hurts, and he's thinking of opting out. No mention there of transferring, but did say thinking opting out. So we decided that we would go out to LSU and we would ask around the program to get some input, some feedback on these conflicting reports about Gilbert and the reasons why he might be leaving LSU. Here's what we found.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
It was unanimous. Okay. Couple of things. Number one, I don't doubt ever that freshmen get homesick. On every college campus in the country, at the start of every semester, there are 18, 19-year-old freshmen leaving home for the first time ever. Not all of them handle that well, and some do get homesick. Not just athletes, everyday students. You throw on top of that the COVID restrictions, which has severely limited the normal college experience, and it's logical to think that could be the reality for freshman football players or any freshman on campus. I will say, however, that I'm like 89.7% sure that the homesick excuse is actually just positioning for the inevitability of an immediate transfer waiver and for the hope of leniency from the NCAA. Look at what happened with Marcel Brooks. Marcel Brooks had no reason to transfer from LSU, but COVID, homesick. He's from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He transfers to TCU, immediately eligible. I have no doubt that I have a 10.3% doubt in my mind, because didn't I say 89.7% was my percentage? So 10.3% doubt in my mind, but overwhelmingly sure that the homesick excuse is just posturing for the possibility of an immediate eligibility transfer waiver. Now, specifically with what Ed Ogeron said about Gilbert's body hurting, y'all, I understand protecting the kid. I understand not wanting to air the program's dirty laundry. But if you honestly think that any of us are naive enough to think a freshman Adonis tight end is thinking of quitting the team because his body hurts, typically your mom doesn't come from Georgia because your body hurts. Your mom may come from Georgia if you're homesick or if you have bigger issues. Wink, wink. But your mom doesn't come from Georgia because your body hurts. Bro, you have former LSU greats like Devin White laughing at this quote on Twitter. I mean, I'm supposed to believe that Gilbert is leaving because his body hurts? What do you think that's going to look like to NFL scouts? You're quitting the team because your body hurts? 8 games into your first season? Get real. This is very likely Ed Ogeron protecting his player from the real issue and not wanting to air any dirty laundry, which I respect. But this is a worse look than whatever the actual reason is. I mean, y'all, the guy that sat in this chair before me, or that chair right there, Hester, you realize Jacob Hester had knee surgery a week before the Sugar Bowl and played against Notre Dame? The guy that's going to be here in hour 3, Rohan Davey, ruptured his spleen and played half a season on a severely bum ankle and came back at like 70% to play in the bowl game against Illinois. Last year, Grant Delpit, who had first-round draft pick money staring him in the face, played all season on a severely sprained ankle that essentially cost him a first-round draft grade. And I'm supposed to believe that Gilbert is opting out because his body hurts? Yo. So look, on the field, this is, if this happens, it's awful. Gilbert right now is your leading receiver. It was Terrace Marshall. Marshall's opted out. So Gilbert right now is your leading receiver. He has an enormous ceiling. You don't need me to spell that out. We've been talking about it since he committed to LSU and ultimately signed. He is potentially O.J. Howard. He is potentially Kyle Pitts. He is a freak show. Of course, you need that guy on your team. It also leaves LSU's roster even thinner and continues to be another layer eroding at the foundation, the culture that has been built within this program. Look, y'all have heard my rant. Did it yesterday, went loud and proud, and I'll own every bit of it. And you know what the biggest validation is? All the former players that on Twitter or privately have reached out to me and said, thank you for saying that, man. This, just another layer, eroding the foundation that's been built. Time's ticking, y'all. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.